Good morning. I just watched back the video that I posted last week and holy shit, that thing didn't have captions, dude. That fucking sucks because like I spent so much time trying to get the timing right on the subtitles, only to turn out that they didn't attach to the video, dude. I only found out when I watched it back a few hours later, and by that point, a lot of people have already watched it. So, damn. It's a good thing that there was like a part there that I was speaking, and I guess that doesn't make it better, but at the very least, there was content on there and not just me boxing to the oblivion without any other captions and or content on there. So we'll do better. I know how to fix it. Yeah, next video. I'm really sorry, guys.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog, and my name is Siege. This past week was pretty hectic for me since I just started training for a new job. This is a night shift job, so I couldn't get the timing of my boxing training and running in my schedule. So unfortunately, this is week 2 without working out. The first thing that I did this week was to renew my NBI clearance. I must say though, the process of getting your clearance nowadays is incredibly fast. It's always been a one-day process for me, but I got mine in less than an hour. And because this is the case, I didn't have footage of getting the clearance. My bad, right? Anyway, feeding time, I went to my current favorite coffee shop, Padayon. Padayon means a rest or a short time for real. Oh, there you are. This place is kinda new, or at least new to me, and I haven't looked at any other coffee shops after learning about them, even though I told myself that I'd visit other cafes so that I have a reason to go out of the house. I think I already tried all of the cold coffee that they have and a few hot drinks. I definitely tried all of the croffles. They recently introduced noodle dishes, so I tried that today. I ordered the creamy carbonara and my number one drink here, which is the white chocolate mocha. I know, this is really bad for my diet, but I'm going to use a lot of brain power for this session, so I can argue that I need this. Yeah, totally. Moving on, this is my driver's license holder. I've had this since I first had my driver's license at 18. Sadly, it is time for me to retire it. I bought one in the same color, but I think this one looks neater than my old one. Right after Padayon, I went to buy a pair of shoes for a friend, then went directly home. I started practicing the script that I wrote up in Padayon. At this point, I realized that my memory was so bad. I ended up forgetting the lines 3 seconds after trying to memorize it. But it was a success, so it was pretty worth it. At this point, I was already able to pass my requirements. This was what I've been doing every night, sitting in a call and trying to absorb as much info as possible. Hopefully, I'll be able to pass the training so I can keep working from home, cause commuting sucks balls. Imagine having to ride a jeep or train or whatever for a few hours so you can sit on a desk in front of the computer, which I already do at home anyway. So yeah, I want this so bad. So bad. Halt. Aesthetic travel montage. Go! I heard that Muji carries one of the best pens that you can buy, so today we're going to Mall of Asia to see Muji. Maybe I can go to IKEA because why not? Although MOA is a few minutes away from me, I really dislike going there for some reason. But because MOA has the nearest Muji, I have no choice. As soon as I got there though, I remember why I hate this place so much.
You know, one thing that always struck me as weird here in Mall of Asia is that for somewhere that's so saturated with people all the time, the network here is so shit. It's so shit no matter where you go. You have no signal. Or if you do have signal, data doesn't work for some reason. I don't know. This place sucks, man.
No cell service, super noisy, and it's almost as crowded as the LRT on a weekday. But in its defense, whose bright idea was it to go on a Saturday? Huh? Anyway, I totally didn't get lost because I'm a master navigator.
Excuse me, saan po yung Muji? Muji? Opo. Ito po yung page. Ay po, sa taas. Thank you po.
For real though, it was Muji's fault because they transferred. Okay, Muji time. This place is awesome. This is probably the biggest Muji I've been to. I've been to the one in BGC, but I couldn't remember if it was big or not. It was a good thing too that I set a budget for myself, because if not, I wouldn't have been able to control myself. After successfully buying only what I needed, I scurried over to the Muji cafe that was located just right next to the store. Now, I'd like to introduce this new segment that I'd like to call CG's Unsolicited Product Review. Today, we are reviewing Muji Cafe. After careful consideration, here is our order. First, cafe mocha. Second, katsu sando. 3, chocolate chip cookies. First up, chocolate chip cookies. These were pretty mid. I personally do not like the texture since I like soft cookies. In terms of mini cookies like this though, I like them crunchy, but the chocolate slightly big. This one is rather crumbly and dry. Not to mention, it was covered by sugar. Not my cup of tea. I'm giving this a 2.5 out of 5. Next, katsu sando. Although this actually looked pretty good, this thing was microwaved. Top side of the toast was crunchy, but the bottom insanely soggy. That might just be because it took a long time to make my coffee, but they prepared this first. It wasn't hot by the time it got to me. The katsu itself was not crunchy, and ideally, I would have liked to have the katsu as one whole piece in the bread. This one had 2 soggy pieces. Pork was not chewy at all though. Props to that at least. The sauce was pretty good, though they may have just used store-bought katsu sauce. The veggies, well, the veggies were almost non-existent. Overall, 3 out of 5. Good, not great. Could be so much better. Lastly, the most important part for me was the cafe mocha. Now this was so very mid, and I could barely taste the coffee. As a matter of fact, I can barely taste anything about it at all. It was milk. All milk. They should probably just call it milk. Overall, 2 out of 5. Ain't no way, bro. Alright, so overall, Muji Cafe was a very lukewarm experience. The food was mid, the coffee was mid, the cashier took f***ing forever, and the prices were eh. The only saving grace for this place was the ambiance. The place was beautiful, but that's probably because it's connected right into the Muji store itself. They even had chairs for babies, and I think pets were allowed too. Final score, 3 out of 5. Will not come back, except for the pen. I love the pens. Anyway, Muji Cafe wasn't the reason I'm here anyway, so pen haul, Muji gel pen 0.38 millimeters. This is an 8 out of 10, and I want this pen forever. Muji felt tip marker. I bought 2 of these, one in black, one in orange. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. It writes amazing, but it streaks a little. Alright, let's get out of here before the guards kick me out for staying too long.
Nico and who? Nico and who?
Hey you, do you like dungeon crawlers? I like dungeon crawlers, which is why we're going to our next destination, IKEA. This is like Toy Kingdom for adults, dude. It's awesome. I like looking at these displays that simulate how they would design rooms. It's pretty realistic too.
That's a nice room. That's a nice room. Hold on. Is that Dota 2 on a huge Switch playing on a Mac? Right then.
It took so much willpower for me to not buy anything for the second time. My favorite places here are the kitchen. This one in particular is my dream. And I also love this kitchen island.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, never mind. I also like it when you start hallucinating in the middle and start speaking philosophically.
Something just occurred to me while I was walking around here. Like, there are a lot of organizational stuff, and it kind of entered my mind that it's interesting that we make solutions for the problems that we ourselves made. Like, I have too many stuff, so I'm gonna buy more stuff so I can organize the too many stuff that I already have. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. I guess that's how capitalism works, I guess.
Bro, I was here for so long that I started to just zone out for the majority of it.
Bro, this fish is so good. I want to f***ing kill myself just so it can be over. Oh my f***ing god, when will this be over? Oh my f***ing god, when will this be over? Lord, please kunin yun ako. Kidding aside, whoever designed IKEA Philippines needs a f***ing raise, dude. Kudos. That's it, boys. Dungeon complete. We made it out.
But eventually, the euphoria didn't last cause the crowds were getting worse. I was planning to have dinner here, but after seeing the amount of people, ain't no way, dude. So I just went ahead and went home for the day. What an adventure. Despite all the shit talking I did, I'm glad I went. So, what other adventures are we gonna get ourselves into?